was kind of the announcement that I was debating on making, but I don't want to hold myself to it because there's a chance that I won't do it just because the thing with commentaries of the week are there's just a huge time sink in trying to set up time to actually meet with the person who tends to be from a different country or continent or hemisphere. I mean, it's just it can be very difficult. So I may or may not continue doing that. But for now, I definitely am sticking with the commentaries because you know what? They're a lot of fun. I still find them fun, and as long as you guys enjoy watching them, I'll keep doing them. Back to the game. Looks like we got a good macro going on here from Zero at this point. He's got his lurker set up already. He's catching the DTs. He's got Overlord speed as well, so that's certainly huge. And he's taking care of these Corsairs as they harass him, as well as setting up his fourth base. So obviously there's a lot of things going on here right now. He's definitely droning up at this point, and clearly it's because he's got map control, as well as that damage that he did early on. Typically what you want to do is when you attack, or if you're going to expand, you want to do it while you're attacking. This way that the other player can't actually do anything to try to react to you and actually take out your base. So it's certainly a good theory to be following. And it's very standard practice, really. And more Templar being taken out, but this time they actually have Storm. And oh, nice Storm catching a lot of Muta. But guess what? He's going to continue to lose High Templar over there. Another 3 or 4 taken out. Man, that is just huge. And while he lost a whole bunch of Muta there, I'd say that was worth it. That was quite a few Templar. That could have been Archons or just storming the crap out of his units where really it's something that he doesn't want affecting him later in the game, and that's just a great way to go about avoiding having to deal with that. So nice job by Zero. It looks like he's got that fourth base up at this point and very much actively mining. Also, he keeps going back, checking his upgrades, so he's doing a good job of making sure that he's on top of that stuff. He's got a good force of Hydras here at this point. It looks like, based on the quality, it's a little tough to say, but I think he's got about... I can't actually read that. It's like 113 psi. Not a bad size army. I mean, we are about 10 minutes into the game at this point, so he's certainly doing pretty good with his attacking and macroing at the same time. But, you know, oh, he's actually setting up a fifth base at this point. And now you got to start looking at the fact that he's got a lot of bases, and Much is on about 3. So really, the fact of the matter is that Much hasn't stopped these bases from going up. And the fact that he's remained pretty much unharassed this entire time is starting to lead me to believe that he's definitely running away with this game. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily just because he took out Templar early on, but certainly that makes a big difference. And again, continuing to take out both these scouting Corsairs as well as harassing Corsairs, which is a great thing to be doing in general. And I can't see because they have a freaking bar on the bottom of this. It doesn't let me see the upgrades, but I think he's got to be at least at 1-1, and I'm guessing working on 2-2. And I'm thinking, you know, melee and armor or carapace are most likely what he's upgrading at this point. Now he's got some Scourge out as well. He's going to continue to deal with those Corsairs as they pop. And now he's also ready for Templar drops, which is certainly a tactic that many players employ, especially towards the late game, and something that I would think in particular Much is going to have to start doing, mostly because he's certainly seemingly far behind at this point. Although I don't know how far behind he really is, but he's definitely falling farther and farther behind as Zero continues to make bases. He's on 5 bases. He's probably going to be on 6 soon if he takes that bottom middle. And while I don't think Much isn't trying to expand or thinking about expanding, I don't think it matters. I think that Zero is just a superior player at this point in Much's career anyway, and Zero's career for that matter as well, where if he lets Zero get away with bases, it's not going to be good for him, obviously. And there's an attack going on somewhere. Finally, you hear the commentators talking about it. Looks like Much is trying to take out that bottom right before it can go fully into effect here. With his entire army, his Templar going out and getting picked off again by these Muta. It looked like one's picked off, the other most likely going to get picked off. All those Sunkens did exactly what Zero needed them to do, and that was be cannon fodder for him to have time to get here and defend this. And now, essentially what he's done is he's separated Much's army. And Much is going to have a tough time getting out of here alive if he loses that top portion of his army on the upper portion of the map. But it looks like he is going to be able to take this out, and you can see that Zero is no longer even focusing at the bottom right other than checking out to see what's left. So Much finally doing what he needs to be doing, and that's taking out the bases of Zero. Although 4-base Zerg, that's still a scary force to be fighting against. And Much being on 3, I think he's on 3. I don't think he's got the top middle just because how close Zero is to it, and Zero should be scouting it out. But I think he's still on 3 bases, and I think the fact that Zero is still ahead is just going to play into him winning this game. He's putting down an Ultralist Cavern at this point as well, so that's just going to compound the effect as he re-puts down his 5th base, or it looks like he's planning on putting down that 5th base once again. So, again, Zero in a good position. Much hard to tell when you can't see what he's doing. You have to just see it as if you were the first-person view player. And now Much going in for a full frontal attack here. I don't know if this is a good decision. He's going up against a nice lurker-contained Nidus Canal is there, and it looks like... Oh, nice storm on the Nidus Canal, though. That was beautiful. And now big crackling force coming behind to try to clean things up. And we got Mass Zealots against Lurkers. That is not a good combination to be fighting against. Wrong unit composition for sure. But it looks like we may be actually seeing Much cleaning up this force. But no, I think Zero's going to make it through here. And here's the deal. In army trading, Zerg is definitely going to come out ahead if he doesn't lose a base or economy. And certainly, Much is not doing that. He's not taking out any of the economy past that 1 base that he did take out, and so this is going to hurt Much a lot. He needed to inflict more damage, and that's why he seems to be pretty all in at this point, continuing to force his way down Zero's throat. But you know what? Zero is going to be able to continue to reinforce this, reproduce at a much higher rate than Much can out of many bases, and that Nidus Canal is playing a huge role in this. And oh, my phone is going off. I got to mute that. Did I mute it? I think I did. No, I didn't. Damn it. Mute. All right, it's muted. So, anyway, Much continuing to do a pretty good job here. Heavy Zealot force. Really, Zero's got to pick off those couple of observers. That's going to be what saves him. So, unless Zero does that, now he's starting to be in trouble, and Much is coming ahead here. Much is just out-macroing him at this point, and Zero's having a real difficult time. Storm going on in his drones. Oh, terrible, terrible timing. That's going to be very difficult for Zero to overcome. And, man, I think I'm going to eat my words. I've been having some bad predictions here lately. Maybe it's because I predicted that Hyuk was going to destroy everyone in 2009, but it looks like Zero is losing this match. Much is now in the main base, and the fact that he's in the main base and Zero just can't get his production forces up is looking really bad for him. So that Nidus Canal is down. Much is now taking out that base like I was saying he needed to do. He needed to hit him economically, and he's doing that at this point. And Zero may be too far behind to actually come back from this. And I think GG is coming from Zero. Wow. Wow, I didn't see that coming. I really thought that Zero was going to win that one. But you know what? Much doing a good job after all. And again, it can be kind of tough to call it if you're not watching what the other player's doing. And although Zero was unharassed, with the exception of taking out a few Templar, Much was pretty unharassed as well. So we got to look at it from both ends of things. Maybe I kind of assumed that Zero was going to win because they were showing his first-person view. I don't know. But certainly I was favoring him a little bit more than he deserved, apparently. So, again, good job to Much. Sorry, Zero, but thanks for the first-person view. Anything else? Nope, I think that's it. Hopefully I see you guys at WCG. Leave a message in the comments if you're going to WCG. Definitely want to know how many people are looking to go there. And, again, it's in New York City. So, next weekend, the 25th, 26th, 27th. Yeah, I was looking at the calendar again.